you go. Take one.
Is this good? Are we lined up well?
Yeah, you're great.
Should I get any closer?
No.
Or?
Please don't.
All right. Hi guys. So we're doing the
Gals.
answering question and gals. So I'm gonna ask Angela some of your questions that you asked her on the YouTubes, and she will answer. This is just a few of them. We're gonna do more videos with more questions, and also if you have more questions, ask.
Keep hitting us with them.
Hit us. Okay.
All right.
Well, first one is my question is why was your shirt inside out in the last?
My shirt was
vlog video?
inside out in the last vlog because I was wearing a shirt from this volunteer organization that I did with my mom and my family over the holidays called Feed My Starving Children. So my shirt literally said Feed My Starving Children on it. And we thought
it wouldn't work.
maybe a little tasteless for the subject matter.
I'll jump into your guys' questions. Is reenacting bulimia triggering for you?
It's an interesting question. I've been in recovery for so long, thankfully, and I've gone a really long time without any symptom use. So it's always like, oh yeah, this is something I used to do. But it's not real. It's all just like water and crumpled up food in my mouth that I just spit out. It's gross.
Yeah, it's really gross.
It's really gross. But I think the big thing about the pilot, I did it a lot more in the pilot than we did for the prequel. It was just a couple of us that were making that pilot. I was doing so much more like producing and wrangling and sort of assistant directing a little bit that like so little of my time on set was spent actually acting. Like, we were moving so fast. We were trying to do like so much in such a small amount of time that I like was focused on the producing side way more than the acting side.
Really showed in the final.
Thank you. That's why my acting is so bad.
Also, we also made sure to check in with Angela.
I'm holding the camera underneath the toilet lid, looking up at Angela like.
Just come stand in here.
That's the thing too. A lot of filmmaking is so
This is
specific.
Justin. He shot it.
This is Justin. Shot it. He's one of the
Genius.
partners
Hey,
of
guys.
HLG.
Should I get back behind the camera?
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
go.
but get out of her
Go.
face.
Enough. That's all people should see of you. The thing with filmmaking is that it's like so specific very often that like you shoot a 10-second bit in an awkward angle that it's hard to like fully feel like you're in that.
Yeah,
space, 'cause
yeah.
it's so
Especially I was
technical.
like balancing at a weird angle,
Yeah.
and I was trying to like get my spit out ratio correct, and there's just like so many technical elements going on that I wasn't really like in the emotion of it. But also I think a big part is that I don't think it would have been safe for me to film this like when I was fresh out of treatment.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big thing
How long
too.
have you been out of treatment?
God, like 3.5 years. So that's like a pretty long time to get my feet steadily under me. And I was like checking in with my therapist, and the guys on set were great. So it was manageable. That's what I'd say. But I don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah,
That's
and it's like your story. I think it could be a big risk for anyone else.
Yeah, I think
Try.
so.
Don't.
I think so.
If you don't feel comfortable, don't.
Yeah. And like as we go forward with it, it's like really important for me to make sure that I'm continuing to be honest with myself and check in with my support systems and make sure that I'm feeling healthy, because that's obviously the number one. That's more important than any of the other stuff.
Now, how did you recover?
Well, just a simple little 1, 2, 3 process. I tried treatment once in between my freshman and sophomore years, and it didn't super stick just because I wasn't actually ready to do it. I was trying to like hang on to a lot of my behaviors and a lot of like my safety net. But for me, then 6 years later, when I went to treatment again, the time that it really did stick, and I had been like 10 years in at this point, and I was just ready. I just was ready. And I think that's like step one, is just being ready. And deep down if you're ready. And if you're not ready, it's probably not going to stick. You can maybe alleviate some symptoms. You can maybe change behaviors for a little while.
And you should still try.
Yeah. But the process of being ready to let it go is really important. And then for me, I just like straight up didn't know how to eat at all anymore. I felt like a baby. Like I didn't know how to do anything. And I really needed intensive PHP, partial hospitalization program is what I did. 6 days a week, like 7-ish hours a day for like 4 months. And I just needed a huge intervention. I needed my days to be super structured. I needed someone to be telling me what to eat and when, and to be monitoring me. And I just needed to be in a safe environment. Like I just needed that.
And in 4 months, you felt like you had recovered. more or less?
I mean, I don't think recovered is a thing. I think recovery is like a practice. It's something that you have to practice intentionally every day. And, right after graduation, it was something that I was really actively practicing every day. I was still checking in with my meal plan and going to therapy. It was a very active, present part of my mind. And now 3.5 years later, it's something that I think about maybe like once a week because I have new habits and I've changed my relationship with myself and with my body. My brain is different, functions differently now that I've like broken those synaptic cycles and rebuilt healthy ones. That it's something I don't have to think about as much anymore, which is great.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's different for everyone. Everyone needs a different
I'm listening
level.
to you, by the way. I'm just reading the next question.
Yeah, right. You're bored.
I'm just watching YouTube videos. Okay, this is a good one. Have you noticed any consequences of your eating disorder or on your body or just like a mental scar or?
I got lucky in that I don't have a lot of teeth damage and that I'm like healthy again, get my period, and I'm like a pretty healthy person. But eating disorders are really, really dangerous. Not everyone gets as lucky. They're one of the highest, if not, I think the highest mortality rate of all mental illness.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's really dangerous. Get help, please.
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 Do you struggle with relapses?
I like to call them slip-ups. The idea of a relapse to me sounds very like, oh, you're right back where you started from, and doesn't give you the praise you deserve for the hard work that you've put in. Like, if I have some symptom use, I try and just say, okay, that's information. That's something that happened. It's time to check in with my therapist. It's time to make sure that I'm safe wherever I am. I can just say, okay, that was a slip up. That was an hour. That was 20 minutes of my day. I have the rest of my day left and I can get back into recovery. I try not to dwell on it. I try not to beat myself up. And it's a difficult balance because you don't want to ignore it, especially if the slip ups start happening frequently or in like close proximity to one another. You really want to keep an eye on it because it can snowball really, really fast. And, magical thinking can start back up really, really fast. But it's also possible to have a bad day and then, have 6 more months of good days or of okay days or of days that you're managing. Recovery takes a lot of honesty, and it's hard to get that honest with yourself, especially about something that, for me, and I know for a lot of people, becomes like your significant other for a really long time. Yeah.
So slip-ups.
Slip-ups, that's what I like to call them.
I like that.
Yeah, slip-ups.
Okay, so the last question, we're going to do more questions later. There's a bunch more to answer, so we're going to do another video after this. But so ask us any questions you have also in the comments. But last question is, do we have any more episodes? Or when will there be more
When will there be more episodes?
We are working on one potential short film. We haven't written it yet. We're just kind of mulling it. We're trying to figure out what it would be. Yeah. But we are also very actively pitching the show. We're sending it everywhere.
We're
talking to
on
people.
Street corners, just
we're screaming it into megaphone,
forcing the video into their eye. We're like, look
Angela's
at this video. Look at this video.
She's going door to door.
Yeah, it's been really weird.
So 10 houses a day.
Yeah.
So
I get a lot of PB&J sandwiches.
Yeah.
From older women.
That's a weird detail. It's coming soon. We'll keep making stuff. We'll keep making vlogs when we can. We'll do more questions. Angela might interview people who have had eating disorders, and then we'll be doing another video about this later. But HLG is going to be releasing content as regularly as we can, hopefully weekly. We're going to be doing a show called Pop-Up. We're going to be doing
look out for it.
More shows with Angela potentially. Our idea is to make this channel a place to do series. Cool stuff. And the reason we're not doing that with Binge, by the way, is because Binge needs more money than these other ideas, and we want to do it right.
Do it justice.
Do it right. But if you guys could subscribe and comment and like on all the Binge videos, all the new videos, the more the channel grows, the easier it is for us to sell Binge. And that's kind of how it all started. Like, we're using Binge as our main sort of headline show, but these other shows are going to be supporting it.
Trying to help us
Build become a channel. Yes. So, comment, subscribe, watch the stuff we put out. Hopefully you like it.
Also, hey, Justin.
I know you're here watching it, and maybe you're not like an active YouTuber. Like, you have like that one video on your YouTube account, and it's like your dog that you uploaded like 8 years ago that you just wanted to show your friends and didn't really know how YouTube worked, so you don't really do the whole YouTube thing. So hit that subscribe button. Even if it doesn't do anything for you, it helps a ton for us. So just do it.
Yeah.
Hit that button.
He's right.
Just do it.
You smell like Indian food.
I just ate Indian food. It was so good.
Indian food is delicious. I didn't mean to make that. It's just I don't like to smell it on his breath.
Really? No chicken tikka?
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Also, mugs.
Oh, yeah. Buy the mugs.